Walking with me while I share my day 4 itinerary of Taiwan. I usually do dog videos and how to be successful on the Rover app, but I have a Taiwan trip I want to share with you guys. They have this in the States, but if you've been to ximending, you must have seen how popular the xingfutang boba shop is. But did you know they have a xingfutang soup dumpling and pork belly rice restaurant too? They wrap brown sugar boba inside the Xiao Long Baos, which is crazy to me. The fat just melts in your mouth like 9 out of 10. I only say it's 9 out of 10 because there are better ones out there, but this is as good as it gets anyway, so recommend. Time to eat the dumplings with the boba inside. I'm kind of nervous. I wouldn't order this again for myself. However, the traditional pork dumplings were very good, and the pork belly rice was reduced to the right amount of stickiness, and it melted the fat into the rice perfectly. I don't need to order this again. It's cool though. The boba is really fresh and chewy. It's weird when you're expecting a savory food and you get sweet stuff. A block over, you'll find A-chung noodles, another one of those top 10 must tries. You can't miss the crowd. Don't worry, it goes ridiculously fast because they literally sell one thing. I waited a total of 30 seconds for my food. Why this is not a Michelin Big Gourmand is beyond me. This is the also popular flour rice noodle, and when I first tried it a couple years ago, I didn't like it. But it's actually a delicacy here because of the pork intestines, and it's actually a really traditional Taiwanese food called misua, but people don't really know that as misua today. But that's what it's called originally. And it's really good because you can put in your own sauces like chili, vinegar, and garlic. Yeah. A little bit more tart, so I put a bunch of vinegar in it. Yummy. After venturing out of ximending, we were on our way to Taipei Zoo and the ride to Maokong Gondola. Taking the gondola to Maokong Station. People often pair Taipei Zoo and the Maokong Station as one trip, and I suggest that you do too. You just take the brown line, which is Wenshan and Neihu line, to Taipei Zoo terminus and hop on a gondola and go all the way to the top and start at Maokong Station. On the gondola, you will pass through a few temples that are worth seeing. Just hop back on when you're ready to go up higher in elevation. Once you get to the top of Maokong, get ready for some yummy snacks, tea, and delicious tea-flavored ice cream. You'll see those everywhere. We just got to the Maokong Station and it's super duper cold. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yummy! I love these sausages. I love it. You will also see tea farmers tucked around the corner. They will have signage that points down to their shop. My group and I chose a sweet couple shop to try, and they even fed us free food. People here are just so hospitable, and they sell their teas by the bags. They love sharing their craft and explaining how to steep their teas. Something I thought was really cool about these teas is that the ones from the States are not as pungent, and they only last about 3 or 4 steepings. These last 10 to 15 steepings depending on how much water you use, which is awesome. There are a few places to explore and some popular tea shops along the way, but when you're ready, just hop back onto the gondola to make your way down. Got some 4-season tea. If you didn't see the temples on your way up, this is your second chance to do so. We ended up just going straight to the zoo instead of stopping for the temples. I recommend starting at the south side, which is actually higher in elevation than the main entrance. Since the zoo is built on a hill, it's an easier walk this way. From Maokong, you take the gondola downhill, exit the gondola when it reaches the south zoo entrance. Basically, do the zoo in reverse order. We were super happy to see the pandas, and they're very cute. This pair of pandas were borrowed from China, and their names were Tuan Tuan and Yuan Yuan, because their names Tuan Yuan means togetherness. When you go, it may not be these pandas anymore, but there will always be pandas there in the Taipei Zoo. Hello. We ended our day in Raohe, which is one of my favorite yet crowded night markets of Taipei, just how I like them. Leave from exit number 5. Just trust me, it is the way closer stop. What I love about this night market is a good mix of food and games. You can eat and play all night long. The layout is super easy too. You literally go down one side of the street, and once you reach the other end, you just turn back around and go through the other side. This is only 50 for the scallops and 1 time for the squid. Usually squid's like 150. We're playing so many funky games here, like fishing for fish, and I thought it was really funny because we kept breaking our paper nets, but when the owner came around, she was showing us how to do it, and she was doing it so fast, we ended up with 1 toy. Wow! This is not really my kind of game, but we ended up doing this anyway just for fun. This is pretty much a lottery, and you just reach into this bag, pick a number, and that corresponds to something that I can open up later. I got a fry now, a French fry. All in all, today was probably one of my favorite days of Taiwan. I know day number 3 I said was my favorite day. I would say this day was also one of my favorite days too. Thank you for joining me on my day 4 of Taiwan, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!